Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. As we have a cold front that is approaching, and you can see it here moving right along. The clouds are starting to arrive from west to east. However, this system is actually weakening as it moves eastward. And the reason for that is if you look up closer to the northern lakes, back over into northern Minnesota, most of those clouds are running northeastward. And most of the energy with this, with low pressure that went through the northern plains yesterday and last night, is really moving so far north that the southern end of this front is starting to lose access to moisture both in the Gulf of Mexico and from the Atlantic. Actually, there isn't really much of any Atlantic inflow here to speak of. We're seeing clouds kind of arcing back through parts of Texas and the plains. We've got more severe weather risk to talk about in that part of the country, which we'll get to more momentarily. But here's the radar as of 11:30 Eastern Time. It's actually diminished quite a bit in the last 6 hours in terms of coverage and intensity. There are some heavier downpours moving through central Pennsylvania. But as this continues to move to the east, we're going to see these radar echoes thin out. So the biggest issue, I think, is going to be whether any of this survives as we go through the afternoon and evening. I threw in to mention that there could be a shower, particularly if you're in eastern Pennsylvania, say from I-81 east. You probably stand a better chance of seeing some showers since they're already close by on the radar. And at midday, we're seeing a little bit of precip aloft moving into parts of northern New Jersey and the Hudson Valley. Again, I don't think that part of it is going to be problematic. So overall this afternoon, it's more about clouds and again that there could be a stray shower from whatever's left of all of this later today, and temperatures that are going to be topping out pretty much in the low to the middle 60s. Now, as far as severe weather is concerned, a small area of marginal risk is what's being indicated for today. We're going to take that and look. Actually, I'm sorry, just got it freshened up for you. We have actually a small area of slight risk in Kansas and a slightly larger area of marginal risk through the central plains and nosing into the upper Mississippi Valley. And that really is about it as far as today is concerned. Now, tomorrow, we have the Storm Prediction Center showing a fairly large area of enhanced risk from northwest Texas northward through western Kansas, central Nebraska, and eastern South Dakota, with, of course, a larger area of slight and an even larger area of marginal risk. This is for Friday into Saturday. And then as we look on to Saturday into Sunday, it moves a little bit further to the east, the upper Mississippi Valley, and then points southward down into western Missouri, Kansas, and Oklahoma, involved in the slight risk zone. And as we take a look at day 4 to 8, we see predictability for day 4 too low and potential too low for for day 5. And for day 6 is also potential too low, and then it's back to probability too low, and for 7 and 8. Basically, when potential too low is obvious, but predictability too low means that there's probably going to be some severe weather, but we don't have a high degree of confidence in terms of how large the area of severe weather is going to be and where is the severe weather going to be setting up. Those two questions will get resolved when we get into the longer range. That's why when I say that when you see it in the long range and they got risk in that day 4 to 8 time frame, it's probably a good idea to pay attention because of the fact that that means that the confidence levels in what is going on in the atmosphere and what's going on in the models is fairly high. So here's the situation for today in a nutshell. I'll just get the latest GFS up for you, and we'll take a look at what that has to say. And of course, you see from 8 a.m. this morning, the extent of precip and how it just completely falls apart and dies out. That's the measurable precip that's being indicated. And then for Friday, we should have a nice day. And I think we're going to see temperatures in the mid-60s to low 70s from eastern PA to southern New England. It might be closer to 75 or so as you go further south down into southernmost New Jersey, southernmost Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Delaware, and over in the Delmarva Peninsula. And we should have a good deal of sunshine for tomorrow to enjoy the day. Saturday and Sunday, tricky. We have high pressure just offshore. A lot really is going to depend on wind direction If you notice here for tomorrow, with a bit of high pressure that is built up to the north. We're seeing a mostly northeast wind, and that is going to hold temperatures down somewhat. We'll probably see highs tomorrow in the low and middle 60s, thanks to that high to the north. And then as we move on into Sunday, it's a little bit different on Sunday. We do have a west-southwest flow, but there's also a bit of a high there sitting uh, just east of Cape Cod, and that's going to be a bit of problematic for areas from New York City north and east because that's going to hold the temperatures down with the wind off the ocean there. But in areas, say from central New Jersey and across the southern half of Pennsylvania southward, where the wind is going to be more west southwest, those areas are going to see higher temperatures. So we're talking maybe 60s and upper 50s north and east of New York City for Sunday. And then south and west of there, we're talking temperatures in the 70s and maybe even reaching up to 80 or better in places like Maryland and Delaware. Again, no rain forecast for Sunday. Then as we move on to Monday, should be okay. Temperatures will probably be in the 60s and 70s. Again, we're going to be dealing with what direction is the wind coming from and how much cloud cover are we going to have, but I don't think we're going to have any rain. And then we have a cold front that'll come through during Tuesday with the chance for some showers. So you can see that the model's not particularly bullish with them, but we still have them there. And then after that, it's kind of a blocky pattern that sets up with a low out to the east and higher pressures in eastern Canada building down the eastern seaboard. So that is going to continue to keep temperatures below average, although whether it comes with any significant precipitation is another matter. Right now, I think we're in one of these quiet periods here as far as precip is concerned. Certainly through Monday, we don't have any real precipitation issues. So that's it for Weather in 5. The Joe and Joe Weather Show at 7:30 tonight Eastern Time. Sorry about last night. I suddenly was not feeling well during the afternoon yesterday. I'm feeling much better today. And that's why we didn't have a show last night. I canceled it at the last minute, but we will have one tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time. So have a great afternoon.